There's a few fundamental beliefs that I have. Number one, adversity breeds success. So to your point earlier about getting thrown into this environment, I think that's really good if it's a safe environment. It's practice stress, which can be very healthy if it's managed correctly. It's definitely better than real stress if you're unprepared. So that's one big belief that I have. Number two is the value of repetition. And so, getting people into a routine where they repeat the same tasks over and over throughout their process, I just think there's nothing better for them. So because it's really, you got to think it's like 2 days a week for 3-ish months, and I know that if they were doing everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, or just watching meetings, yes, there's value, but at least having some version of consistency, like they treat it like work, right? They come in, they prepare, they get to their workstation, they edit. It feels like it's work, but it's not, because, it's just like taking, to me, I think about it more like a work study, right? And so that's kind of another belief I have, is that repetition is the key to like mastery. And then third is a really important belief that it's genuinely, at the end of the day, it's all about people. So the biggest thing I could teach them, because I don't think that the academic environment is the best at that. I think NYU actually is decent because it puts you in crews and stuff, but it's very built on making sure that your parents are happy. So it's got to be a selfish thing. Like the kid has to feel, right? Like their vision, their artistry is the thing that matters. And I understand that, because you can't go in and say, you don't matter, kid, right? That's not going to work. Their parents are going to call up and get angry. But here at this environment, we really get to teach them about empathy. Hey, if you're making stuff, it's not for you. Like and I always have my phrase, if you're making it for you, go paint and go journal. It's a lot cheaper and takes, and it's just your time. You don't have to involve a whole crew. You don't require an audience to have to experience it, right? But if you're going to be making videos, you're making them for somebody else, And so it's great to then remind them and really teach that, because that's not really what they're being taught in school. And it's kind of great to shake it up. And we've seen such great results with people coming out of the internship, using this stuff in their interviews, landing the jobs that they didn't feel like they could get. And I would say we actually have a decent amount, maybe it's 60-40 in school versus recent grads. We have a good amount of recent graduates that come here and sometimes even do multiple semesters worth to gain the skills that they need and then transition that into the job that they're looking for.